Hello guys, we are going to learn what are the type 5 features into Java 17. So there is a steel classes, right? Then there is a switch pattern matching here. Then there is what we can call as JDK flight recorder event for deserialization. Then there is a addition for enhanced pseudo random code generator. And also there is a one more addition for foreign function and memory API. So we will just look into a little deep inside in it, right? So when we are talking about steel classes, so many such time you need a requirement for only some of the classes should extend it, right? So you can control that in inheritance, right? Not each and every class can extend a parent class. So I will give a permission to some of the child classes, only these child classes can extend it, right? So if there is a one particular class is something called as a subjects. So only subject can be extended from that English, maths, and science, not any other class. So that is basically we are using for controlling that inheritance, right? Then there is a we are talking about switch pattern matching here. This particular feature, we are going to use it especially for simplifying, right? Switch statement. So we know that switch statement, we use it for conditional programming here. So we use that switch cases. So we specify different cases, right? If that case is matching here, then it is your particular logic is getting executed. Otherwise, it is going for a default. So this kind of a conditional programming, we use it. So here you can see if that, right, shape is an instance of rectangle, right? So if we have a shape and there is some more classes, maybe let's say rectangle is implementing a shape, right? In that scenario, if you are passing a rectangle here in this, so this particular logic will be getting executed, right? So this is we are talking about when we are taking or specifying this kind of a programming, right? If you are passing circle as a class into this method here, this logic will be getting executed, right? So this way we can use it, but how we can use it with the help of switch case, right? So you can take it, the shape is an interface, rectangle and the circle is nothing but the your classes, right? So if you write these things into a switch case pattern, so how you can write it? You can pass that shape and you can say if the rectangle, case one is a rectangle, you can specify that implement that pattern matching and then you can specify the logic. So this logic will be getting executed if you are passing a rectangle in this switch here. If you are passing a circle here, this particular logic will be getting executed, correct? Then if there is a, we are not matching here into this switch case, neither it is a rectangle, neither it is a circle. So this default will be getting executed and we will throw the illegal argument exception, unrecognized shape or something, whatever we wanted to throw, or if you wanted to print. So it is not like that every time we are sending or we are throwing an exception, you can write whatever logic into it. You can write whatever logic you wanted to execute it here. You can write whatever logic you can execute it here. In that scenario, you can also change that different other ways here. Let's say there are a different set of customers, right? And it is implement or extending a customer here. So in that scenario, what is the type you are sending it, that particular logic it is getting executed, right? If you are, let's say, calculating an interest, right? So let's say there is a home loan interest. If there is a something we can call as a car loan interest. So if you wanted to calculate it based on that, this logic will be getting executed. And you can also return something here. So that is, you can see this return statement we have written here properly, right? And with the return statement, we are just executing an everything. Correct? So you are not writing return statement inside that switch case and you are executing it here. So you can again check it, right? So you are writing like this. You can also put these things into a another switch case and put this if inside that switch and you can write it. Correct? So this way we can simplify your switch case statement, right? This way is much more very powerful framework, or you can say the feature. Now we are talking about flight recorder. Flight recorder is, we are using it especially just like your J console to monitor your Java-based applications, right? You can look for some more details for JDK flight recorders, right? It is already there in, I guess, JDK 11, I guess. So check for it. Now JDK flight recorder can also record the events for deserialization. So whenever you will deserialize it, right? At this moment, you will also JFR will emit the event, right? Whenever the any program will try to uh, deserialize any object here, right? So you can monitor deserialization of an objects using that JDK flight recorders. Now, if you are talking about another features, right? Foreign functions and memory API. So generally, we use that native APIs and native methods from the Java to call, right? JNI and different JNDrop and different libraries are there, which you are going to use it to connect to any other languages like C++ or others, right? So you can use it like that. This foreign function and memory API here. So generally, maybe chain drop libraries, you can use it, right? Native methods, basically we use it earlier to connect to any other libraries, which is not in, you can say built into a or a Java language here. Any methods, correct? So native methods were there from the JDK4 itself. So here you will have a much more extended features here, right? API Java programs can interoperate with the code with data, you can say outside of the Java runtime, right? So efficiently you can call foreign functions, any other codes which is outside the JVM, right? And also you can access that foreign memory, which is not managed by the JVM, right? So there is a JVM architecture, and JVM is basically managing this entire memory, especially heap, stack, and many such other things, right? Right. So API enables Java program to call native libraries and process native data, right? Without any brittleness of danger of GMI. So this is another what we can say the advantage which we are talking about, and another feature from the Java 17. Now there is another feature here, right? Random code generator here, random number generator. So we use many maximum time for to test or maybe to generate any other unique numbers, right? So random number generators, we use it, right? So here we have that enhanced pseudo random number generators, right? So it is a improvement into generating a random numbers, right? And it is providing a new interface type and implementation for a pseudo random number generators, right? Including a jumpable, right? Pseudo random number generators, basically. So this is another enhancement into a JDK 17 for, you can say, improvement for random number generators. So I hope you like this video. Now you can tell me that in which scenarios you will use that switch case pattern matching, and in which scenarios you will use that steel classes, correct? And also, you can tell me that what are the advantages of flight recorder, and when you will use that flight recorder, right? So an advantage, because there are a different many more monitoring applications are there, tools are there. Why you wanted to use a flight recorder? So you provide your comments, right, when you are watching this video here.